right, what's going on, everybody? It's another week of the Sleeping Giants podcast with Mike and Terrance, presented to you by Double E TV. What's going on, Mike?
Not much, man. What's going on with you?
Not much, man. Excited to get to everything that we're going to cover today, from album reviews, new singles, and hip hop news.
Yeah, definitely a lot of good projects out early this year, so I'm excited to talk about it.
Yeah, for sure, man. Let's start it off with Skyzoo and the other guys, The Mind of the Spirit. We covered Skyzoo, another Skyzoo project in our first season, and credible lyricists. I enjoyed this project. A couple of the songs that stood out to me were Views from the Valley. I like Skyzoo because he can kind of like paint the picture. You can listen to his bars and kind of, see what he's visualizing and taking you through. Straight Drop was fire. Like, that was an incredible song. Now I was listening to the Balancing Act. I was like, oh man, that was the same sample that Nas used on Remember the Times off of Streets Disciple album. That was an incredible song. Apologies in Order and Purity. But those were the tracks that stood out to me. But it's a great project. Came out very strong and set the bar, and definitely lyricism. I liked a lot of his hooks as well. So he did a great job on this project.
Yeah, I enjoyed it too. Skyzoo and the other guys, The Mind of a Saint.
Saint, that's
Now,
right. Saint.
what was really dope about this project is if you watch the show Snowfall, then there was a lot of sound clips from Snowfall, a lot of references to Franklin, Louis, other people in the show, even Teddy. So like that was really dope. If you watch Snowfall, you got to kind of see what he was doing with that, along with telling the stories. Like you said, great storyteller, great lyricist. And the production was really dope. I really think this is a very strong project, in my opinion. So highlights for me would be Panthers and Powder, like you said, Straight Drop, 100 to 1, Purity, Bodies, and what'd you say, the Balancing Act, I think it was called?
Yeah.
Yeah, Balancing Act. Yeah, those are the highlights for me. But yeah, very, very strong project. So shout out to Skyzoo and the other guys.
Yeah, facts. Next project, man, we got Boldy James and Rich Gaines, Indiana Jones. I like this project. I mean, I just kind of like, these guys are taking movie titles, kind of, concepts and really, doing something with them. So I enjoyed what he did with it. Me personally, I know Bo Jackson is great, but I really like this album here. I mean, I kind of like what he did on here. I caught another sample on here is one of the highlight songs for me. It's SOS featuring, I guess it's Chuck Star.
Uh-huh.
It's a Barry White sample.
Yeah,
And
fire.
I'm a huge, I mean, not only, I'm a Prince fan, but I'm a big Barry White fan. And I like how Barry, not just, a lot of people talk about him as his voice being deep, but Barry was a great composer. And he was like him, Isaac Hayes were some of the few guys in that time using cellos and almost like a whole symphony when they like produced their tracks. So I like how Boldy used that Barry White sample on here. I like that one. I like Still Slapping featuring Detroit King Tape. That was a very highlight song for me. I like No Extender and Tell It All. Those were the 4 highlights. But this project for me, it got better as the album went on. But Boldy, with this project, with stuff he's done with The Alchemist, he's definitely just getting better and better with every project that he's putting out.
Yeah, no doubt. And Boldy, if I'm not mistaken, was recently in an accident, and he's recovering. I'm not sure if he's still recovering. But shout out to Boldy, get well soon. So yeah, definitely a dope project though. Man, I like Dopey with Sir Mikey Rocks. And Sir Mikey Rocks is from the Cool Kids, Chuck English and Sir Mikey Rocks. They were back in early, like Mickey Factz, Asheroff, Charles Hamilton, B.O.B. era. Yeah. So shout out to Sir Mikey Rocks. Good to see him rapping again and doing his thing. He snapped. Um, I like SOS, like you said, that was fire. You said a lot of stuff that I was really thinking about, like the Barry White sample that was dope, no doubt. Never Had a Friend was dope, and I don't know if you caught this line or not, but he had a Dope B reference on Never Had
Yeah, I
a
heard that.
Friend, so that was
Uh-huh.
crazy.
Yeah, I
Like,
heard
you know, to me, especially to be all the way, you know, in Detroit and, you know, to know about Dope B. So yeah, that was dope.
that.
B-22s was dope as well. I like Cat Eyes. That hook is crazy. 100 Sales. Hook is crazy too. Sir Mikey Rocks was on that one, I believe, as well. Really, every song with Sir Mikey Rocks on it was fire to me.
Mhm.
Still Slapping, as you acknowledged earlier, and Dead Game. So definitely a lot of solid tracks on here. And like you said, Boldy's definitely been working. I mean, Bo Jackson, obviously, you know, I think put him on a lot of people's radar. But he's been dropping a lot of projects, dropped 4 projects last year. And glad that we got a chance to cover at least one of his projects early in the year, because I'm sure there'll probably be more. So
Right. Yeah, and I thought it was dope too, Eminem wished him well on Twitter, and Boldy, retweeted that. So that's good. I know Boldy is not as young as some of the other guys in Detroit, but it's still good to see, because sometimes some of the guys in the D, some of them have wanted, Marshall to shout him out and stuff like that. So that's good to see. And hopefully, the gap will be bridged, and you'll see more and more of, Detroit guys getting some shine, because you got, a lot of great lyricists and a lot of great artists in Detroit doing something.
absolutely.
Yeah. Next up, man, we got Mickey Diamond. Um, what's his or what's the name of this album?
Oroku Saki.
Oroku Saki. Yeah, Oroku Saki. Actually, when I did the listening, this was the first one I went to. Um, it's crazy because as a kid, I was a huge Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle fan. So
Uh-huh.
to see someone do like a whole project kind of based out of it and have so many references, I thought it was crazy. I mean, this guy's talking about the Foot Clan and Casey Jones and April O'Neil, and it's like it was
Yeah,
crazy, man.
April O'Neil.
Yeah, man. So that's dope, man. I mean, I like, I like this project. Wow was real dope. Multiverse was crazy. You know how he kind of did a lot of Marvel references, and everything he did in that one was crazy. The Foot was another good one. Shredder versus Casey Jones was a real good record. Um, I like what he's doing, man. It's kind of not saying he's doing this by any means, but it just kind of puts me in like an MF Doom kind of zone with what he's doing. But yeah, it's an incredible project. And again, as we referenced Boldy James doing the Indiana Jones, and with him doing this, it's just kind of dope seeing someone taking a concept like the Turtles and just making it dope, man. Was incredible. Risky, but it paid off for him.
Yeah, no doubt. And that seems to be kind of his thing, is doing albums around concepts. As far as the style, as far as with the vocal samples and some of the things that he did on this project, I'm not sure if that's something he does on all of his work, but I did hear one of his projects towards the end of last year, and it was very dope. So it kind of gave me a feel for what he kind of does as artistically. But definitely, like you said, the album cover and everything gives you a strong MF Doom vibes. So that was dope. Like you said, I like the how he incorporated the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle themes, and then there were so many Marvel references and stuff like that on Multiverse. So that was dope. Highlights for me: Multiverse, Turtle Soup, Krang Instrumental is crazy. Wow, as you mentioned, uh, Oroku Saki is dope as well,
Yeah.
and Chrome Dawn. So yeah, definitely a lot of dope tracks. Mickey Diamond is definitely a dope lyricist. So definitely look out for him. If you've never heard of him, check out his music. I think you'll enjoy it.
And let me ask you a question. On the album cover, he has a pair of keys with 313 on it. Is he from Detroit also?
I'm not really sure, but with that 313, I would not be surprised.
Yeah. All right.
I
Yeah.
have to go and look into that though.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. But shout out to Mickey Diamond, man. Definitely check out the project
Thanks.
for those who haven't. Next up, man, we got Oddisee. To What End? I'll let you start this one off.
Man, this album's fire. Fire. Dope lyricism. Like, I love the production. Like, man, like you get kind of soulful production, you get kind of boom bappy stuff. Like you get some up tempo tracks, like just a great mix of different sounds and different feelings with the production. And the rapping is definitely up to par as well. Like Oddisee raps his tail off on this project. So man, might I dare say, you know, this might be, I know it's early, but might I dare say this might be an album of the year contender for me already.
Mm.
But highlights, I'm gonna go with How Far, Choices featuring Fonte. Great to hear Fonte rapping again.
Yeah.
Man, dope verse as well. More to go. I love that hook and what he did with that whole track was just fire. Many hats. All I need. Hard to Tell. Race and Bartenders. So, great project, man. I don't really have anything else to say, but just a great project, man. Shout out to Oddisee.
Yeah. For me, I like the start of something. Mini hats. Ghetto to Meadow. That was dope to see Freeway on there. He got busy.
He
Uh,
did.
yeah. I caught another sample on here. The Way featuring Haley Supreme and Saint Ezekiel. That was a Rex and Effect sample. With the Tater Riley doing that part. So that was dope.
Yeah, that was dope. I like that too.
Yeah. And
I'm glad you
Race.
mentioned that.
Yeah. Yeah, and Race. But yeah, incredible project, man. He got busy for sure.
Yeah, facts. Dope project.
All right, and our last project, man, we got Kota the Friend, Lyrics to Gold Volume 4. I enjoyed this project. Kind of quick project, but he got to the point. I mean, sometimes some projects are good, but they're a little on the long side. But this album here was very concise but strong. Definitely Pennywise was a dope project for me. I like it a lot. So just to hear someone do something with that was dope. Life Lessons, I enjoyed that. Mr. Fuji, Seasons was a great record. But probably my favorite song on the whole album was Paris. Like he got busy on that one. And I don't know, like he just kind of seemed like he was going down like a checklist of people that ticked him off or something, because Paris was like probably the most aggressive record on this song, but album, but it's a very strong project.
No, I agree. I know this is volume 4 of the Lyrics to Go series, and from what I remember of the series, I know I listened to volume 1 and 2. It seems to be, like you said, shorter songs. Some of them may even be freestyles. I can't, say for sure, but like you said, short but concise and to the point project. So that was dope in itself. Highlights for, and Kota's a great rapper as well. So highlights for me: Paris, Wales, She Part Two, Life Lessons, and as you mentioned earlier, Pennywise. So yeah, this is another dope project. Like really, we didn't have any projects this week that I didn't like. So it's a solid way to start the new year.
Yeah, facts, man, facts. So definitely check out all those projects. Anyone who hasn't. We'll transition to our hip hop news of the week. I'll let you start it off with Mickey Factz School, man.
Yeah, so Mickey Factz has a school called Pendulum Inc. You go to penduluminc.com, you can sign up. and they're actually doing free classes within the next week or so. So maybe if you're lucky enough, you can tap into some of those. But the school is basically a school for lyricists, a school that teaches you more about the business of being an MC, things as far as managing your money, even different things as far as technical things like writing, coming up with different hooks, being able to create content for the internet, and he has some very solid people that's working with him doing this. Comic book Cam, uh, Chilla Jones, which is a battle rap legend. Uh, Rhymecology, another guy who's done a lot of work in radio. He's even had some of his rap stuff on TNT, Inside the NBA. And Comic Book Cam has gone viral a few times for freestyles and different things that he's done. So, they're really just out here trying to keep people engaged in hip hop, keep people engaged in lyricism, and just keep people, creating for the craft of hip hop. And I think that's dope. So shout out to Mickey Factz, Chilla Jones, Comic Book Cam, Rhymecology, and everybody else that's associated with Pendulum Inc. And like I said, if you're interested in learning about it, go to penduluminc.com, sign up, and see where it goes from there.
Yeah, no doubt. Next, man, we'll transition to 50 Cent, man. 50 Cent got a lot of new certifications, man. Like In the Club is 9 times platinum now. Just a little bit, 3 times platinum. Disco Inferno, double platinum. If I Can't, gold. Get Up, gold. I Get Money is now platinum. Many Men, 3-time platinum. Patiently Waiting, featuring Eminem, is platinum. My Life with Eminem and Adam Levine is now gold. Best Friend is platinum. Baby by Me featuring Neo is gold. AO Technologies double platinum. Out of Control platinum. I'm the Man, which came out maybe about 6-7 years ago. Double platinum. Yeah, I'm the Man. Hate It or Love It platinum. 21 Questions featuring Nate Dogg 4 times platinum. Hustler's Ambition gold. PIMP 3 times platinum. Candy Shop 5 times platinum. What Up Gangsters gold. And Window Shopper is platinum. So 50 is man, and he was on Big Boy's show. He talked about doing some new music, and we talked about it. He said M had reached out to him and said Dre had some stuff for him. So I know he's been talking about doing another album for years, but obviously when you're doing 23 television shows and developing scripts and all that, that's takes up a lot of your time, but hopefully he can lock in and put out an album this year. He just finished a tour overseas with Yayo and Uncle Murder, and no Rock Nation was involved. This was all 50 Cent, and every arena was sold out. It was just crazy, man. So who knows? Maybe the energy around the Super Bowl just kind of put him back in the music mode, but hopefully we can get an album from him this year.
Yeah, that would be dope. I know on Instagram a few weeks ago he said that he was going to put out an album this year. I know there was also a graphic that I saw not too long ago that had the top streamed artist on YouTube, and despite not dropping an album in some years, 50 was one of the highest rated people on that list. So
Right.
strike while the iron's hot.
Yeah.
Dropping an album, and hopefully we get that, and it's a good project. So I
Right.
look forward to seeing that. So shout out to 50 though on the accomplishments. That's definitely a great feat. So
Yeah. And one thing we know about 50, if we do get an album from him this year, we'll definitely get a mixtape. So, definitely looking forward to that. And hopefully, who knows, man, they might get G Unit and some of those guys, back doing something. So we'll see what transpires.
yeah, thanks.
Next up, man, you sent me this. This is dope, man. I got a chance to see Joey Badass do a Mos Def cover with a live band. That was incredible, man. Joey had a couple moves up there, man. He kind of was doing the James Brown a couple times and stuff, but it was dope, man. It was dope to see him control the mic like he did. He sounded great with the band and sounded real good live too.
Yeah, it was fire. Like you said, his voice sounded dope. He performed well, and just the whole arrangement was just really dope. So
Yeah.
shout out to Joey. And covers are always interesting. You never know what kind of twist somebody's going to put on it or whatnot. And
Mhm.
I thought the timing was interesting, especially considering you know Black Star dropping last year and them kind of being outside a little bit more. So that was dope. So shout out to Joey. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, yeah. And the background singer, man, she sounded amazing too. So it was real good.
Facts.
Man, Token, man. Oh my God, man. That was crazy. Token was on Sway in the Morning, did a freestyle. That was incredible, man. That was probably the best uh, freestyle I've probably heard of there since maybe Los, but I don't know. I mean, it's been a couple guys went up there and got busy, so I don't want to like overlook anybody. But man, Token got busy, man. Like that was crazy.
Yeah, I've always liked Token. Ever since the first time I heard Token, I've always liked him. I thought he was dope. Uh, and there's a lot of guys who rap fast or can do multi-syllable stuff and all of that different stuff. But Token, just something different about him for me. And I've always liked him. So it was dope to see him, talking about his life. Obviously, he's been through a lot of stuff lately, which, a lot of people have. Obviously, COVID and
Right.
some of the things that's been going on the past couple of years. There's a lot of things going on. But he talked about some of the stuff in his life, talked about his relationships, stuff with his label and trying to get his first album out and all kind of stuff. The beats and the transition through the beats was just crazy. Like it's
Yeah.
fire. So shout out to Token. He's always had bars, and he's had a couple of memorable performances on Sway before, but this one was special.
Yeah. Facts.
Yeah.
And talked about his father having a stroke and everything. It was real deep, man. And yeah, you're right. It's like the transitions when they brought the other beats in, and it was one of them where there was like it was nothing. Like it was just like a piano loop for a minute, and then something kicked in. But he just wrote all of it beautifully, man. So he did a real good job.
Yeah, Token's nice.
Next up, man, we got J. Cole releasing a new track, man. Tell us about it.
Okay, so basically what happened was I don't even really know where to start in this story, but I guess I'll start from J. Cole's perspective. So J. Cole says that one day he was looking for some motivation, went to YouTube, typed in J. Cole type beat, and decided to write to the first one that he found. Well, this track happened to be by a YouTube producer who goes by the name of Batman, and this is uh, with a V in place of the A after the B.
Oh.
But he goes by Batman. Cole apparently has done things like this before as far as, going on the internet, finding beats and writing to them. But he said that he doesn't like holding on to music like that anymore. So he sent the song in an Instagram message or some kind of social media message to the producer and told him that he felt like the track should live on his channel. So the producer was the one who actually put the track out. And I just thought that was just incredibly dope. Not only just, him collaborating with that producer, but reaching out to him saying, hey, your beat, I was looking for inspiration. Your beat inspired me. I wrote to this, but, I don't want to hold on to it. I want you to hear it, but I think that this should live on your channel. Just the whole exchange I thought was dope. So
Yeah,
shout
absolutely.
out to J. Cole. Shout out to Batman, dope producer. Y'all check out his beats. And yeah, just a dope, dope interaction, dope, situation altogether.
Yeah, definitely, man. Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was a great track, but I didn't know that aspect of it. But that was incredible, man. because that'll help that guy out with getting more traction, more people be interested in working with him, and then the views and all that. That's something that he can benefit from. So that's incredible.
Exactly. That was the thing that I respected the most about the whole thing. Because Cole could have easily jacked that dude's beat and put the song out
Yep.
as some freebie or whatever,
Yeah.
But the whole way that he handled the situation just showed a level of class that
Yep.
you just have to respect. So shout out to both of them, and I hope the track continues to grow and get more views and people.
Yeah. Hey man, this next one, man. I was excited to hear about this. It's funny. I was just listening to A Beautiful Revolution Part 1 and 2 2 days ago, but to hear that Common and Pete Rock are working on an album together. What do you think about that?
I mean, Pete Rock's a legendary producer. Common, as we've covered on the podcast in the past, has dropped some really dope projects that I feel like have kind of been slept on in the past couple of years. So I really look forward to this. Be interesting to see exactly what Common has to say. If it'll be similar to what he's done on his last couple projects, or maybe if he'll come from a different angle. And it'll be interesting to see what kind of production Pete Rock gives Common, or what he feels like, fits Common well. So I'd be interested to see that.
Yeah. Another thing that Common was talking about too, that he's been scoring projects. Like he's a part of a TV show that's out on Netflix. Him and his team, they did the score on the whole thing. And he said he wants to continue to do that in other movies and plays as well. So that's incredible.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, he's been acting on Broadway recently as well. So
Yeah.
yeah, shout out to him, dabbling into a lot of different things outside of just hip hop acting and Broadway, different things like that. So shout out to Common.
Yeah, shout out to Common. And last in our hip hop news, man, LL Cool J, man. So he's coming back in 2023, man, with a new album.
Hey, don't call it a comeback, man.
Yeah, facts, man. I saw some pictures of him maybe a year and a half ago, him and Q-Tip were in the studio. So, and I know him and Dr. Dre did a lot of tracks together too. So it'll be interesting to see what production choice he chooses. It's LL, he's going to collaborate with somebody. So, yeah, I mean, he can definitely do it, man, because he's always been basically Drake before Drake. So, he's going to do something that the ladies are going to love for sure.
LL and Q-Tip will be fire. Like, I definitely hope there's some Q-Tip production on that project. That would definitely be dope.
Yeah, definitely, man. Yeah, man. So we got a lot of new music, man. Some singles that came out. Hit Boy and Offset 2 Live. I enjoyed that record, man. Just the whole concept is dope. The video's dope. The production's dope. I thought Hit Boy and Offset got off on it and did a good job.
Yeah, I agree. I thought it was a dope track as well. I'm ready for a Hit Boy album. So yeah, let's go ahead and get that Hit Boy album in 2023. We need that.
Yeah, definitely.
And Offset definitely did the same dope track. Yeah, nothing negative to say.
Yeah. Marlon Craft, I Still Don't Cry. I got a chance to watch the video as well. One thing I like about Marlon Craft's videos is, he can take, it's not all flashy. It's just simple concepts, but it definitely accomplishes what he sets out to do, even if the concept was real simple. But I enjoyed the lyricism on it, and I thought the video was incredible as well.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah. Next up, we got RJ Payne featuring Lloyd Banks. Banks meets Payne.
Yeah, I mean, dope track. Uh, man, lots of lyricism.
Yeah.
And them just doing what they do. You're gonna get a lot of bars from RJ. You're gonna get a lot of bars from Banks.
Yeah.
Obviously, we talked about Banks and his project on the last pod. So, they provided exactly what I expected them to, and they delivered. So, fire track.
Yeah.
And shout out to Marlon Craft on that video. I didn't mean to not say anything about him, but shout out to him on that video. Dope video. Marlon he never ceases to just his content and the things that he chooses to rap about. Like, so shout out to him. I don't want people to think that I was neglecting him or anything.
Yeah. Yeah, I enjoyed the Banks meets Payne record. Man, Lloyd Banks kind of been on one for a while, man. He's been every feature he's been a part of, man. He's definitely showing, that his pen is elite. And RJ is RJ. He always is in his bag doing something. So I enjoyed the track.
Fact. Shout out to Payne.
Man, this next record, man, this is fire. Armani White and Denzel Curry, goated. Incredible, man. Incredible. And this is something that could be, has like repeat value to it, man. Something that could be played a lot of places, man. I like this song.
Yeah, I'm not really familiar with Armani White's music. This is the first song, at least that I know of, that I've heard from him. Um, Denzel Curry, obviously, we're familiar with Denzel, and we've spoken of him multiple times. But like you said, I enjoyed the track. I thought Armani White's verse was dope. I thought Denzel's verse was dope. I thought they meshed well together on the track. Had a dope beat, memorable hook. So yeah, I thought it was a dope song.
Yeah, facts. All right, man. Next up, we got Moneybagg Yo and Glorilla on What You Own. I checked out the video. They kind of took the whole baby boy concept in the music video, but yeah, I enjoyed the song, man. Moneybagg is one of those guys, even though me personally, even though like Nas and Eminem, and I guess you can say more lyricism is like my lane of music that I enjoy listening to, but of everything that we have as far as was kind of southern or trap, and you got a lot of artists like Future and other artists who do their thing, but Moneybagg is somebody I like a lot. I remember me and my dad went to Columbus, Ohio, and we drove up there, and I played some Moneybagg Yo music for the first time, and it was a couple records, man. I just played probably about 10 times, man. Like Moneybagg is nice. So I really enjoyed this track, and I like just about everything Moneybagg does, man.
Yeah, facts. Moneybagg is dope. We covered one of his projects on the pod last year. I think it was a Gangsta's Pain, maybe.
Yeah.
That might have been the name of the project, but yeah, definitely a dope song. Interesting collab with him and Glorilla, so that was dope to see. It kind of felt like the trap version of We Cry Together to me. The Kendrick track from
Yeah.
Mr. Morale, and I even kind of got similar vibes during the video, but I like what they did with it, and I thought it was a good track. So shout out to them.
Right. All right, man. Next up, we got Styles P, Death Before Dishonor.
Yeah, that was dope too. I can't remember the young man that's featured on the track with him, but I know he plays bass.
Yeah.
And I know Styles has been doing this thing called bars and bass with him. And I know he mentioned that on the track. So I don't know, maybe that's, something that we're gonna get, maybe a bars and bass album or something. Can't really say. But Styles, Styles is consistent, extremely consistent. He's always gonna have bars, always a dope cadence. So, it's pretty. I feel like you kind of know what to expect when you hear a Styles P record.
Yeah, definitely,
But
man.
shout out to him. It's dope. I enjoyed it.
Is it I think it's Brady Watt, but yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, incredible record, man. And yeah, I mean Styles is say what you want to say about Jada and Sheik, and Styles, and how everything gets people want to compare, who's better and whatever. But I know one thing. I know Styles makes some incredible projects, man. He's always been nice, and I like him. I like him a lot. I like Styles P. I remember the record he did with Rick Ross. His verse on there was crazy, man. So yeah, Styles P is dope lyricist, man.
Yeah, and he's been on a solid run. I think I may have mentioned this on the last pod. He had the joint album with Talib, had the album with uh Havoc from Mobb Deep, yeah. And the other album that was in my top albums of the year last year, with Time Traveler. I can't remember the name of the song of the album, but yeah. So he's been on a very solid run and just contributing and adding up wins as far as I can see. So
Yeah, facts. All right, man. Next up, we got Macklemore and DJ Premier Heroes. Dope video, dope concept. I like another song Macklemore put out probably about 5 months ago called Maniac. I thought that was fire. I know he has a new album coming out in March. So, we'll definitely cover it on the pod. But yeah, and great track. And, it's good to see Macklemore, work with Premier. Premier, man, he's produced for everybody, man. Christina Aguilera, you name it, man. DJ Premier can definitely do it. So great track.
absolutely, yeah, interesting pairing. I really didn't know what to expect, but it was definitely a dope track. You get to see Macklemore kind of, I don't want to say with more of an aggressive style,
Mm-hmm.
but some of the tracks that he's rapped on have kind of been more popish.
Right.
So it felt good to hear him rap on a hip hop track.
Yeah.
That was dope.
Right.
So shout out to both of them.
Yeah, and one thing I give Macklemore, he's always wanted to, he's always worked with, some of the legends like Kumo D, and he had some Mix-a-Lot in one of his videos. So he's always, paid homage to the guys who paved the way.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Next up, man, we got Gucci Mane and Kodak Black, Keen Snipe. I got a chance to check this one out today, so I enjoyed it, man. It's cool vibe, and Kodak, he's been on one as well. He's been like on a crazy run lately, and it's good to see Gucci doing something nice as well.
Yeah, it was an interesting collab. I liked it though. I felt like they meshed well together. The beat was dope. Catchy hook.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and two guys, that've been doing it for a minute, and two guys that are widely respected in the game. So, you know, not too much more to say. Dope track.
Yeah, man. Last but not least, we got Jacquees and Future. When you bad like that, got a chance to check out the video for this one as well. I don't know what happened to. I don't know if this project didn't get like um enough marketing or something. But yeah, I did see him. He performed and sung on the NBA with Shaq and Charles Barkley doing like background dances and stuff in the song. But yeah, Jacquees is definitely when Puffy was talking about hip R&B being in the state that it's in right now, they was having those conversations. But one thing you got to give Jacquees, he's always been a guy that's been confident and always been doing his part to keep the spirit of R&B alive.
Facts. Facts. Yeah, I agree. And I'm not the biggest fan of either Jacquees or Future, but this was cool. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, yeah, facts, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, I really enjoyed everything we covered this week. Again, Skyzoo, Kota the Friend, Oddisee, Mickey Diamond, and Boldy James, incredible projects, and Mickey Factz, 50, Joey, Token, jcole, Common, LL. We look forward to what Common LL is going to do, but it's definitely a great week, man.
Yeah, facts. And I really didn't even notice until you brought up the fact that Mickey Diamond's album had a concept. Like literally 4 albums we covered were concept albums. If you think about it, the
Yeah,
Indiana Jones by Boldy,
yeah,
the Mickey Diamond-Oroku Saki, the Skyzoo and the other guys, the Mind of a Saint with the snowfall analogies and all of that.
right.
And okay, well maybe 3. Maybe 3. Maybe I counted a little too many, but that's still cool though.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Any projects you anticipating coming out in the next couple weeks?
I don't know of anything in the next couple weeks. Like I said, other than maybe that I'll Read a Kid project. I know J. Cole, like I said, is rumored to drop this year. Corday is rumored to drop this year as well. And I saw recently that him and Anderson .Paak were working on some stuff. So
Oh,
maybe
dope.
we'll get another Corday and Anderson .Paak collab. That'll be dope. Um, Other than that, just keeping my eyes open and seeing what's what. Marlon Craft is dropping this year as well. I want to say in March, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
So I'll definitely have my eyes open for that. And we'll just keep our eyes out, see what's what, and be looking for hip hop news, hip hop albums, and just dope content and information to share with you guys.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Give everybody your social media, Mike.
It's M1C_CH3CK. And that's on Instagram at Mike Check, and that's how you find me.
All right, you can check me out on Instagram as well at Terrance Hill the Great. Also, be sure to subscribe to our Facebook page and share. Share this content. Share the podcast with somebody. Share the banner. Just tell people about it, and we'll definitely keep coming back each and every week with new content to cover. And we got a very different show we're gonna do next week. We'll announce that a little bit later, but definitely look out for it. It's gonna be exciting. It's gonna be one of those debates that people used to have for years in the barbershop, but we're gonna talk about it on the next show.
Yeah, for sure. So y'all stay tuned. Subscribe to Double E TV on YouTube. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, the Sleeping Giants page on Facebook, and stay tuned for more information on what we got cooked up for you guys next week.
Yeah, facts. All right, man. We'll see y'all next week. Take care.